Hi, it's Mr. B. Today I'm going to be showing you a tutorial for Soundation. I get my Soundation subscription through MusicFirst, so it's a Soundation education version. So it may look different than yours. And just a disclaimer, MusicFirst or Soundation is not sponsoring this. These just happen to be the tools that I use in my classroom. You can do something very similar on this with other projects like Soundtrap or other DAW workstations. They all pretty much will do the same thing. So this is a tutorial how to do a two-part song or more on Soundation education. Hi again, I'm Mr. B, and I'm going to give you a tutorial about how I use Soundation EDU to make my vocal band songs. You may not have the EDU version of Soundation, so this might look different to you, but I'm sure the basics are pretty much the same. And full disclaimer, I'm sure there are better ways to do what I do. I'm just putting this out there to help you. So, okay, so when you get to the main screen, let me make this full screen. Uh-oh, why is it not working? There we go. So when you get to the main screen of Soundation, what I normally do first is look for one of the built-in beats that they have. So if you click on Sound Library and Beats, and that brings up a whole list of beats that they have. I'm just going to choose one of these to use today just so that I can show you what to do. So you'll see these little those little play buttons, so you can hear each one. That's really scary. I don't want to use that one. Okay. That's fun. That's scary. I like that one. Okay, just for the sake of time, I'm going to use this. So we're going to drag it up here into our workstation. Okay. Now down here at the bottom of the screen, you have, this is all of the sounds that make up the beat that you're going to hear. All right, so if I press play, that's another thing. When the beats are listed here, they're usually slower, and then when you put them right into your track, you may have to slow them down. So the beats per minute number is right here. It's set at 125. I'm going to slow that down to 90. I might even go, so let's do 70. Okay, that's better. Okay, so I'm not sure why this isn't showing anymore. Oh, there we go. I had to click on it. So I'm learning as I go here. So these are all of the sounds that were programmed into that beat. Now, if you are detail oriented and you want to go in and delete some of these sounds, you can do that. You can take them out like that. You heard that like hi-hat sound went away. I'm going to put it back though. I don't know what the pattern was. Whatever. Okay, so just so you know, you can take sounds out. There was one time I liked the beat, but there was some vocal thing over it that I didn't like, and I just found it in the pattern and took it out. So you can alter the beat if you want. I normally don't because I'm not very good at that. Now, this is only 2 measures of beat here. So what you need to do here, let's get rid of this. Okay. What I just did there was I clicked on Sound Library again, and it gives you more screen to work with. So up here, you have a little kind of a repeat sign. If you hang it at the top right, just click and drag that, and you can make it as long as you want. Okay? So I'll make it, let's say, a 20 measure song. Or is that 19? 20 measures, whatever. Okay. Now we have our background beat. And that's fine and cool and great. Okay, so that's our background beat. Now, when I add audio, I do all my sounds with my mouth. I don't record instruments into Soundation. I'm sure there are good ways to do that, but I don't know how to do that. And my thing is vocal band, so I want students to sing mimic musical parts. So let's add a channel. Up here it says add channel. I'm going to select audio channel, and this gives us another layer. Okay, so this will be our singing layer, and my mic is already programmed to be picked up by the program. So I'm going to sing, I'll just do Boots and Cats just to make it easy. I'm going to sing Boots and Cats into the song. Now, I'm wearing headphones. You need to wear headphones for this, because if you don't, the sound will come out of your computer or your speakers and it will go into the microphone. So you'll hear your voice and also kind of an echoey, weird version of the beat coming out and going into the mic. So you always want to do this with headphones, okay? I'm just going to record a quick Boots and Cats over this beat. So here's the record button. Make sure that you're clicked into this channel. Sometimes you may accidentally click another channel and hit record. It doesn't let you do it on the beats, but you may get your channels mixed up. So make sure you click on the right channel and record. You can have a metronome playing if you want. I normally don't because the beat is good enough for that. I'm going to click record, give it a measure or two, and then say Boots and Cats. Boots, cats, 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 boots, cats. Okay, so there's my file, it's uploading. And now this is what I sang into the microphone. Now you'll probably notice, and I always notice this, that there's a lag. So when I sang it, it was in beat. But when the audio channel loads, it's slightly delayed, so it's not going to sound like it's on the beat. So I'll show you how I deal with that. Okay, first of all, I'm going to shorten the clip a little bit. Just with this drag this arrow down. Okay, now this is where my stuff starts. I'm going to zoom in. It's hard to see, but there's a plus symbol down here and a minus symbol. You can zoom your song out or zoom in. When you're fooling with moving your audio tracks, I like to zoom in. Sometimes you have to zoom in more depending on the precision that you need. Okay, that's a little too much for now. Okay, so let's listen to it and see if it's aligned. Boots, cats, boots, cat. Okay, so you'll notice it's a little delayed. So I'm going to move it slightly back so that my voice occurs earlier in the song. Let's see if that fixed it. Boots, cats, boots, cat. Okay, now I went too far. That's too early. So let's click it over one. I'm just clicking and dragging. Boots, cats, boots, cats, boots, cats, boots, cats, boots, cats, boots, cat. Now it's aligned, okay? So I'm gonna add another channel. I'm gonna add a bass line. One of my videos has this beat, so I'm just gonna mimic what I had. You can also name the channels. So if I double click here, I can name this Boots and Cats. And I'm gonna name this Bass. Okay. Now when you record over this, you can either keep the two layers or you can mute the Boots and Cats layer if you don't want to hear it while you're recording it. I think I'll be fine though, so I'm gonna record the bass. I'm just gonna go bum 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 bum. That's my bass line. Okay, so I'm gonna click in this. Make sure you click in this layer and hit record. Bum bum cats, bum 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 cats, bum 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 cats, bum 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 cats, bum bum. All right, now we have to align it. Okay, let's listen to it. Bow, bow, cats, bow, bow. It's a little late, as you would expect, so I'm just going to slide it over. If the sound doesn't start, I can usually shorten the clip, but it doesn't matter. Boom, boom, cats, boop, boom, 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 cats, boop, boom, boom. Okay, so that's perfectly aligned. So that little drag just works. It works. Make sure you zoom in when you're dragging. Now, if you find that one of your layers are too loud, all you have to do is adjust the volume from here. So let's say I think the bass is too loud. Boom, boom, cats, boop, boom, cats, boop, boom, cats, boop, boom, boom. Okay, so I just adjusted the slider right there on the track, right here, under where it says bass, okay? So there's a master volume up here, and there's track volume here, okay? And that's basically how I build the song. Now, if I wanted, now what I normally do is I'll have the parts spread out like this. So one part will play first, and then this part will start at measure 7. And then I'll copy and paste them to combine them. So how I do that is I click on the sample I want, Control C, place it where you want it. Oh dear, what happened? Measure 11, okay. And then Control V, and it shows up again, right? I think I can close that, yeah. It's, if you can, it's nice to have them confined to measures, but sometimes if your vocal part needs that, half a second early, you might have to extend it. But these are aligned, so I'm going to copy the bass part and paste it right there, okay? So now we have an intro, we have this part by itself, and then combined. So let's listen to that once, and then we'll be done. Boom, 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 cats, boop, boom, 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 cats, boop, boom, boom. Okay, the last thing I just want to go over is volume and fade out. So you can fade the parts out if you want. So click on this automation button here, and you'll see a volume line come up. And I usually just fade out at the end. I usually do like a few repeats of it, but just for today's. So you want to click on a starting point, click on an ending point, and drag that down. And that will simply fade the music out. And I'm going to do that on this layer. And the top layer. And you can align them, you can layer them, whatever you want. So at the end, you'll hear it fade out. Boom, 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 cats, boop, boom, 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 cats, boop, boom, cats, boom, boom, cats, Okay, my bass line was not aligned, but I showed you how to fix that, so I could have fixed that. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to do that. Last step is titling and export. So click on Untitled Track, and then you can name it. Name it. Click Done. And to export it, you go over here to the arrow. You can export it as a low-res MP3, a high-res MP3. For what I do, I don't hear much of a difference between these two. If you're doing super sophisticated stuff, I can understand you wanting a higher file, but I just usually do the low-res MP3. You could do a WAV file, okay? And that'll throw it right into your downloads. And then we're done. So I hope you enjoyed the tutorial today, and I hope that if you create a song and you want to share it with me, just throw it in the comments below. Please like and subscribe, and I'll do more tutorials in the future. Thanks.